With Halloween right around the corner, what better time to take on Fulv's newest 3D printing project, the Dracula Castle, than right now. But before we jump right into the build, let's take a look at the filaments required for the project. The filaments that we use for this build, just like all the ones in the past, are going to be Polymaker. And they have actually sponsored my build. Thank you to Polymaker for sending me the filaments. And if you guys are interested in purchasing your own filaments for this build or any of Fulv's other builds, I do have a link in the description that would really help out the channel if you decide to use it. Filaments that are needed for this build. Less than those of past builds, which I think makes this one a little bit more accessible. He recommends buying 2 or maybe 3 of the ash gray. You use a lot of the ash gray, and so a third might be nice just in case you have a misprint or something happens along the way. You need army purple, army beige, galaxy dark gray, and then he says that you need small amounts of galaxy black, matte muted red, and I have this luminous orange that's left over from last year's Halloween Haunted Mansion build, so I didn't have to ask for that one or purchase that one. These are the filaments. Let's get them open and let's start printing. Alright, I just sent my very last print to the printer, and so that means tomorrow we get to build. The final print has just finished up. Let's go grab it off the printer so we can get started building this amazing castle. Alright, these are all the parts. I'm ready to get started building. Hopefully I didn't forget anything, but we'll figure it out as we go, and if so, hopefully it's something small and I can knock it out really fast. Alright, we're ready to build. I've got a few different types of glue that I'm going to be using for the project. I've got some of these small Gorilla Glue gels. It says it dries in 10 seconds. We'll see. I'm using this because it's the least toxic, and I really don't want to have to put on a mask. I'm in a very enclosed space, and I feel like I need a respirator mask, but filming-wise, that's just not the most aesthetically pleasing thing to have on. So I'm going to start with the Gorilla Glues, and if there's small pieces or something that I think need something a little more intense, I've also got 3D glue. I love 3D glue, but it is a pretty toxic, chemical-based glue, so I will only use this for the parts that really, really need it and need to stick really fast. And then my last resort, I have some CA glue with some activator, and I'll use that if I need it in different spots as well. So I have lots of options for the glue ready to go. I also have my light strip, my 10 feet or 3 meters, and then he also recommends that you get some puck lights or something. I have a few leftover tea lights that I might use, and if it still doesn't pop, then I'll order some puck lights. I have a few weeks till Halloween, so I can really play with the lights. I think those are interchangeable and aren't super important from the beginning of the build. We're ready. We're going to start with the base. So there are quite a few large base pieces, and we are looking for this one because on the inside it's got this opening that I need this orange piece for. And it does say to glue it. I'll open up my first Gorilla Glue. I'm not really sure how much or where to put this glue, but surely. Oh, cool. It didn't really matter. The eyes. It's like the glowing eyes for this guy. That is gonna be so cool. Man, I've only done one piece and I'm already so excited. Maybe this one? Yeah, this one. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's this piece. Next, I'm going to be putting these big 4 pieces together. Perfect. So now these are correct, and then I need these 4 pieces. All of the pieces in there. Okay, now I've got all 4 of these parts that I gotta find where they go. I'm not a fan of this glue, you guys, because all it did was run out of the bottle, and now I'm already out. It says 10 seconds, and it feels a lot more like an hour. I'm gonna use CA glue, I think, because I know it will work. Yeah, just to make sure the base goes together, I'm gonna use CA glue going forward just to guarantee my success. The base, I think, has been assembled. Some minor gluing setbacks, but I think that is to be expected. And it feels pretty sturdy. Everything looks like it's nice and lined up. Okay, now we're doing floor pieces. Now a bunch of lanterns. They're so tiny. It's these statues that go up here, I think. Okay, next, this piece, which is, I think, gonna hold the lights. This piece could be printed in any color it said in the documents, so I just found the matte muted green that I had left over from another project. It ended up being 2 like run-out rolls, which was very nice. I got to use up some old filament, but highly recommend doing that. Don't use your filaments from the build if you have other filaments to use, because this is not gonna be shown. It's gonna be hidden on the inside. And this is when we're doing the lights. And the back, the plug-in is gonna be fed out the back of the castle. And so you wanna start wrapping your lights with a bit of a tail left over. Whoops. I wrapped them a bit too dense at the bottom and didn't make it to the top, but hopefully that ends up being okay. Maybe you could go for a bit longer lights than 10 feet, but it's all I had on me, so this is what we've got to work with. Okay, and then it goes inside. All right, and that completes the base assembly. Next, we are moving on to level 1. All right, level 1, we need this piece and this piece. All right, so more CA glue, I think. Okay, so we got this door and the gate going on the outside. And then this side. And then so many more windows. One long window. Okay, and then I think we need these floor plate pieces. It says we slide and glue these. I got the floor in. That was not the easiest thing to get positioned, but we got it done. Definitely have to find the right angle to make that work. Okay, now all of the floor pieces. And now more lanterns. And then we put these 2 bigger caps. And since I'm not adding the lights yet, I'll add them later. I'm just gonna leave them not glued so that I can add the lights later on. And that is all of level 1. I wonder if I can go ahead and put this on here. Sweet! Okay, now we're moving on to level 2. Okay, we've got this main part, goes like this. And then we're gonna add some of these textures to the walls. And then lots of tiny windows. Okay, and then some tall, skinny windows. And now these pretty cool doors. And I'm supposed to have one more lantern for the top. So I'm gonna have to print one more lonely lantern for the top. But we're almost finished. Okay, and the last thing we have to assemble is this tall tower. So this is the bottom. I need to glue this on. And then it says not to glue on the top if you're gonna add the lights. And I don't have them on me today, so I will not glue the top on so that I can later add the lights. All that's left is the full assembly. I've already got the base and level 1 on, so now I'll add level 2. The tall tower, and that is the full castle. I do need to go run one more lantern before I do the final reveal, but we're very, very close. The last lantern has finished printing. Let me get it glued, and we are done. It is time to plug it in and see what this thing really looks like. Let me see if my tea lights work in there. No, they're a little too big, so I will have to get some puck lights, sadly. There we go. All right, the lights are on. I'm gonna turn the main lights down so we can really see it in all of its glory. It looks amazing! Wow, the way that it glows through the inside is just incredible. And weirdly on camera it looks better with the lights on in the room because I guess exposure and all that. But it does look super cool in real life in the dark. The camera just doesn't really do it justice, but I promise you it's awesome. And I'm very excited to put it on display for my family's trick-or-treater display that we do every year. I now have the Haunted Manor from last year, and I'll get to add the Dracula Castle to the scenery as well. And I'm very excited, so stay tuned for a later video. You'll get to see the full setup and everything I do for Halloween for the trick-or-treaters. Very excited for that. But as for this one, this is where it'll end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to Polymaker for sending the filaments for the videos. Thank you to Fulv for the amazing, incredible designs. You are an incredible artist. Thank you so much. And to my Patreon members, thank you guys so much. Without your support, I could literally do none of this. That's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.